Love yourself, know yourself, be true to yourself, and stay fly. Peace, what it do, y'all? It's me, Nikki C, and I'm back in the place to be. And tonight, I have a special guest, one of my good friends, Travis, is
How
here
you
with
doing?
me to spit that real shit. So just brace yourself, sit back, and enjoy the show. What's up?
I
How
don't
you?
know if it's real shit. I'm just speaking. I'm just saying what is. it's up
That's how
to
I talk.
it's up to the receiver to take it if it's real shit or not, right?
Yeah, but that's
I
how I talk.
I feel you. I feel you. I speak to the ones that I resonate with. You know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
most definitely.
I like your intro. It's beautiful.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
So, what are we getting into tonight?
Well, first thing, what we were talking to off air when was labels, the misconceptions of labels.
Okay.
Yeah. What I was trying to explain to you is that once someone place label onto something, it's like they stop viewing that thing for what it is. They only start viewing it through the lens of that label, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. A lot of people don't understand, Neki. When you label something, it's like you basically drawing a conclusion to that thing right there. So
Yeah.
that thing really have no chance. It's like you meeting a new partner. You start comparing your partner to your last partner or partner before. Things
Yeah.
are not gonna go anywhere because obviously the ones that you're comparing them to, it didn't work out with you guys. So it's like you're setting up this new one for failure.
Yeah. You really are. And that's probably what happens to most relationships because you're still stuck on what happened to you before. So you're already sabotaging what you're starting now because you can't let go of what happened before.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
You're
yeah,
attached
yeah,
to
yeah. Yeah, you have to let go. Yeah, you have to let go.
So you saying that's part of labeling
It's
something?
not. It's not. It's not just that. Labels. Okay. Say for instance, I give you an example. Me, I have my locks, and everyone automatically say, "Yeah, I'm a Rastafarian."
Mm-hmm.
Even when I explain to people that I just have my locks, it's me still. People still say I'm a Rastafarian, and they view me through the lens of a Rastafarian. So everything I do, I'm judged through that lens instead of me being judged for who I am. You know, and it goes vice versa too.
Mm-hmm.
Someone else could be out there with their locks, and someone put the label on them. Oh, Rastafarian. Now this person feel like they should live up to that label.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So they're trying to do everything to please the label instead of pleasing themselves. So either way you go, you lose yourself. And I'm not into one for losing myself. I act on what is and not what I want it to be. I don't know if that makes sense to you just now.
Yeah, it makes sense. I'm
Yeah,
sharing live though. Don't mind me. I'm listening.
yeah. Yeah, man. I like to look at things for what they are instead of putting what the label is. Because one of the first label people put to things is good and bad.
Mm-hmm.
No? Yeah. When someone says something is good or it's bad, they stop looking at the thing. They only start seeing good and bad.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, these things block growth, and the mission is growth.
Yep, that's what we're all trying to do is grow. Right
That's
now,
it.
I feel myself, still working on it. Still, it's all trying to change. You're all the time trying to change for the better.
You know, not everyone is feeling that way though.
I know.
Yeah, not everyone is feeling that way. Some people say they want to grow, but words and actions are two different things. You have to remember that as well too, right?
Yeah, a lot of people words actions speak louder than words.
Yeah,
I don't even
yeah,
care about words. I want to see what you're gonna do.
yeah, yeah. That's facts. That's facts.
Hmm.
You have a lot of people. You could sit down and have the most deepest conversation where you feel like both of you guys are now aligned, you know, and then few minutes after that person reacted just how they were before. It's like that conversation meant nothing at all. So that's what I mean. Like, people have to start living up to their words instead of just making beautiful words, but put in the same actions as before. You know, that's like you're looking to get to a more profound place in life, but you're doing it from a surface level approach.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, let me go to my chat. I don't know who here or not. If anybody's here, yeah, I I look at things from a certain way, and I know that a lot of people around me are not there yet, and I can't blame them for not being there. I just have to see where they at and meet them where they at because it's hard trying to give people what you think they should know or what you know. It's hard to give that to other people that ain't ready for it.
But that's the point though. You're not giving people nothing. If you spend your time trying to give people things, it's gonna be a waste of your time. Do things because you want to do them, not because you feel like you should do them. Just do it because you want to do it genuinely. When you do it from that place, trust me, whoever is resonating with you, those are the ones who you're doing it for. People spend their life trying to please others, not knowing that you cannot please everyone. The only ones you can please is the one that are pleased while you please yourself. You understand me? Make yourself happy.
That makes sense.
A lot of people they don't understand that everything comes from within, but it portrays on the outside. But
Yeah.
everyone just look at what's portraying from. So that's why people judge because they're looking at others from their lens because they're not taking the time to look at others from that person's lens. Understand me? So they're looking at the person from their lens, and your lens can be tainted because we all had childhood trauma. We all had a past life that that it conditioned us for where we are at this point, and we can't view others and thinking that they are conditioned the same way we are conditioned. You understand me? So that's why we have to give the other person that space and that opportunity to be who they are, so you can understand that person for who they are and not generalizing them from your past or whatever how you look at people. Yeah, everyone deserves a fair chance, you know.
So, do you want to give the audience a little background about yourself and who you are? Tell them about your books, and
Yeah,
summary.
well, first, my name is Travis Danigan. Majority of my friends growing up, they call me Lijo. But I've always been a student of human behavior. Even as a child, I've always been a student of human behavior. I just love learning like the next step in human evolution, like where we can be. Because what I've come to realize is that we make a lot of our trauma become normal. And when something is normalized, it is no longer questioned. It just operate as from a place that says, yes, this is how life is. But I've throughout my entire life observing friends, families, even people that I make casual encounter with, watching movies, TV shows, reality shows. Now that we are into this era,
Mm-hmm.
I've always see that same pattern. One thing that I see travels throughout is everyone, they want to create, they want people to be what they want them to be, instead of allowing people to be who they are. And I've always wonder, why is it difficult for someone to acknowledge a person for who they are? Until I realized that a lot of us don't even know who we are. Then how can we expect someone to acknowledge us for who we are when we ourselves don't know who we are?
Don't know who we are.
You understand me? Because people treat you the way you treat yourself. That's one thing that I've come to realize. People treat you the way you treat yourself. So if you're not a firm person of your boundaries, then people are always feeling like your boundaries is weak fence that they can easily walk over. Do you understand me? So you have to set your boundaries for others, but at the same time, set your boundaries for yourself. So you can always know that it doesn't matter who it is, family, friend, no matter what. It could be your parents. Your boundaries are your boundaries, and no one should cross your boundaries. You understand me? But
Yeah.
because a lot of us, what I get to find out about boundaries now is when we are born into a family, a majority of us never had the opportunity to learn anything about boundaries in these family settings.
Yeah.
So other family members easily walk over those boundaries that you didn't put up for them.
Mm-hmm.
And they got so used to this. Because each time it does happen, it eats a piece of you because you get angry, but you don't know how to express yourself to this person why you're angry and how to fix the problem, you know? So these people it just continue to be a cycle, like continually happening because you don't know how to let these people know that I don't like this and I don't like that, and and make your boundaries firm. And even when you come to that realization that, listen, this is my boundaries, because I'm giving you from my point of view right now.
Mm-hmm.
Once I've got to a place where I know my boundaries and I understood what they were, once I start setting them, the ones who were used to the me before my boundaries, many of them I find develop frictions with my boundaries. And many of them, my boundaries was not a problem at all. And I came to one realizations is that the ones who the friction is being there because of my boundaries, those are the ones who benefit from me not having boundaries. And the ones who my boundaries is not a problem for them, those are the ones who like me for me. They care for me. They look at me for me. You understand me? They, even if they don't see the true me, they still accept me for who I am. So I start using that as a navigator.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I start using that as a navigator to find out where do I belong in this world. And I tell you one thing, over time, with awareness, the road becomes lonely, you know, because you're not gonna find a lot of people on that road with you because everyone operate from reaction. So you find a lot of frictions gonna be happening from reactions. So over time, I start looking to myself and I start thinking, why? Why am I so lonely? Why no one can see from where I'm seeing it from? Until one day I start to study myself even deeper. And I start finding out that there's layers of us that we don't even understand.
Mm-hmm.
There's so many different layers to us. And I started to study my feelings and my emotions. And this is where I came to the theory where I call my feelings and my emotions different voices.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like awareness, truth, anger, you know, discernment, understanding, all of them. I label them off with the same label that they carry, but I start understanding their movements and what they do and how they should operate.
Mm-hmm.
And I realize that within all of us lies a counsel that is continually driving us, continually framing us. This counsel create our personality. So if a person who don't understand this counsel inside, they operate from the loudest voice. Whichever voice is speaking the loudest, this is where you'll find people are driven by their emotions because whichever emotion is loudest at that point, that's what takes over, right? I'm sorry, you're gonna hear me laugh a lot because honestly, I love human behavior. Like it's for me, that's where I find enjoyment now in life because I understand everything happened, but now I'm learning why it happened. We're having a conversation, and I don't want you sleeping on me over there.
I'm not sleeping. I'm listening exactly to what you
I
know how
don't want you
I'm
sleeping on me.
saying. I'm listening. And shit, I
I
can't.
want, I want us to fully discuss labeling because I want people to stop that practice. I'm not saying you can't label something, but don't let the label be the first thing you see. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like you can draw your label. I'm not saying no because everything has a label for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
You Nikki, that's your label. You get that so people can use that to identify you. So I get labels. But don't just look at the labels at the first thing.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the label should be the last because labels are conclusions. Once you label something, you're saying, yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah. Instead of
That
really going into the intricate parts of the person or looking deeper into them and really understanding why they are the way they are, understanding what their experiences have taught them, because it's also that's what molds us. Our
yes,
experiences, the world molds us into what we are.
that's why I said earlier on the conditions of who of our past and how we were brought up. We can't continue to view others through that lens.
Not until you figure out that everything you've been taught isn't exactly the way things are. You start going into why things are the way they are, what you don't like about it, and what you're not accepting anymore. And you just start turning over a new way about yourself. You start moving differently because you see things for what they really are. And that's
Yes.
when people start going through the awakening or whatever they want to call it, the ascension process. Because
I don't know if it's ascension process, I don't know
once,
honestly.
once your mind start seeing all this stuff, when you can't unsee it, you have to go with it, and it's just like a whole thing. And it's not like you intentionally do it. It's just like something clicks one day. Like, damn.
But that's awareness, though, Nikki. That's awareness.
Well,
And
yeah,
awareness is just one part of you. There's many different layers to you. Awareness is just one of the layers. You understand me? One very important one, might I say, but it's just one layer. So even though we might have awareness, there's still more to us because awareness can numb you.
yeah, that's true.
Yeah, you still gotta have the ability to interact, play your part as much as people don't like it. And I said this before to a friend of mine, and he cussed me stink. I said, we as humans, we're all tools. And he said, who you calling a tool? And he got at me, and I'm like, nah, honestly, I didn't even mean it like that. I didn't mean it like that. but but genuinely, we are all tools. You understand me? And we choose who we want to use us. And some of us don't even choose who we want to use us because we don't understand that we're being used. You understand me? And when I say used, I don't mean to be taken advantage of or anything in that manner. I mean, like someone could ask you a question and you helping that person to solve that problem or whatever. That's that person using you as a tool.
Yeah.
Do you understand me? We get up every day and we go to work. That's the workplace using us as a tool. We're all tools. Just like money. Money is a tool. Everyone value it so,
Mm.
so, so high. So it's a very, very important tool.
True.
Tools are not bad thing. You know, we all playing our role, Nikki. We're
No.
all playing our role. You playing your role. I'm playing my role. Everyone around us is playing their role. Because I give you something right now. We're living in a world with a lot of religions, right?
Yeah.
But in this day, I'm seeing a lot of people talking about their spiritual side. And
Mm-hmm.
everyone is saying, they're learning about spirituality and all of that. And it's beautiful. It's beautiful. I love it. Because what spirituality does, it gives you your own identity. You understand me?
Facts.
Yeah, you create your own identity through spirituality. So I like that. But one thing I still see a lot of people tied onto is they filter their spirituality through the foundation of religion,
Mm-hmm.
which is the God that was given to you, or
Yeah.
even the concept of God. Now, I know I say that a lot of people are gonna say, "What do you mean you don't believe in God? You're atheist and all of this thing and more labels." More labels are gonna get thrown around, but it's fun. I like to see these things. I like to see people's mind and how they think. But if I'm just saying, whoever stopped to not filter what they're seeing through that eye only and look for something else, look for another way. You understand me? Because once you're looking outside, that's mean you stop looking within. You get what I'm saying? You're looking outside for something that lies within.
Mm-hmm. That's
We as humans, we work on vibrations and frequencies. A lot of people don't understand what vibrations and frequencies are. See, vibration works up and down, frequencies right and left. So you could be on the same vibration but not the same frequency.
can I
You
give a shout
understand me?
out? Can I give a shout out to the real Aaron Collins in the building and Jean Dooch Chua? Don't let me. I know who that is. Saying great light. You changed your name again. Anyway, we back on the subject. So we got a few people watching now. So would you care to go even deeper?
Okay. You know, there are gonna be people on a higher vibration than others. That don't mean you're better than that person. That just mean that you're vibrating at a higher frequency, at a higher vibration. You understand me?
Mm-hmm.
And that's okay. That's not bad. What doesn't mean that you should be looking down at the person who's vibrating at a lower vibration. And I feel naturally, if you're vibrating at a higher vibration, it comes naturally for you to know not to look down on anyone else.
Yeah.
You understand me? But how the level works for me is, if say we go in from 1 to 12, if you are on level 4 and someone is on level 5, you cannot see what they're seeing, but they can see what you're seeing because they were once on that level, but they mastered it and they moved on, or they understand it more, I should say. I don't like using that word master. They understand it more, so they moved on to another level. And
Mm-hmm.
you on level 4, you cannot reach up there, so you're gonna continually in friction with that person for what they're saying because you're not seeing it the way they're seeing it.
Exactly.
But they can see you, so it's up to that person up here now to come down to your level and explain it to you in a way that you can understand. And that right there will stop the friction. But then again, not everyone has a level mind. Some people are built in ignorance. But that's okay too, because a lot of them, they don't know any better. So you just have to just work with who you can work with.
And that's how I go. If you can work with the person, work with them, especially when you know that everybody has a different frequency, but somehow, some way, we're supposed to connect and do things. We're supposed to connect. When we connect, there's a greater purpose within our meeting. Just like
But
me and Travis.
But how are we gonna connect when we continue to label one another?
Facts.
This is why the first topic I spoke with you was labeling.
Hmm.
If you're filtering everyone through labels, you're never gonna know that person. You understand me? Because labels bring judgment. Judgment bring conclusion, which is label. So you're just stuck in that loop. Have you ever been in a situation where you could find someone is filtering everything you're saying through their own conclusion? So they reach to a point where they'll be like, yes, see, I knew it, I knew it, I knew. I hate that. I hate that. Don't
Yeah.
act like you know anything.
But that's the name of the game in this day and age. This is what everybody is doing. Everyone feels like they know everything. And so if someone else knows something that they don't know, they want to challenge you on what you know, and they want to go back and forth. And it's crazy to me because they're still in that mindset where they need to prove something to someone else, and they need the validity from outside of them. And that right there, that's too much for me.
Yeah, that word you use just now, challenge. That's what a lot of people that but ego is what call that about, the challenge that
Yeah,
comes through ego.
yeah.
You know, everyone want to be the right one. Goes back down to labeling again,
But
right
you
and
have to
wrong.
kill that ego. You have to end up killing the ego at some point.
You
Not
have to
really
kill the
murdering
ego.
it, but you gotta understand how to control it.
That's why
That's
you have some people who say, "Oh, you have to be. Sometimes you have to be the bigger man." That's basically them saying sometimes you have to kill your ego, so other people' ego can just go and you just watch it flow. Because not everything someone say to you deserve a response or deserve your attention.
but that's tricky too. It depends on how you feel about the person and what kind of relationship you have with the person, whether or not you're gonna let that ride like that.
So you're telling me now that you will make your feelings drive you,
I'm not saying that it's a common thing
but
that
that's what I'm saying.
people do
Don't
that.
let
It
don't
depends
let the
on the
feeling don't
relationship.
let the feelings be the driver though. You are the driver. So you're supposed to know what you want to select instead of letting it select for you. That's why I said family, friends, doesn't matter how close you are. My boundaries, my boundaries.
I feel you on that, and that's one of the most difficult things to do.
Yeah.
And
Then how are you gonna know what unconditional love feels like?
it's called choosing yourself first.
There you go.
Somebody
Listen, you
else,
could cut somebody off, and still love that person.
and that's true.
Do you understand me? Not because you love, not everyone that you love mean that they're supposed to be stealing your energy.
Thank you. Hello. Now we're getting somewhere. Now we're getting somewhere. It's about your energy and how much you give. And when you give energy, you're supposed to receive some back. And if you're not receiving nothing back, that is an energy person draining you of your energy because they're not giving you nothing significant back. And that's
Facts,
universal law
facts.
itself. You're not supposed to pour more into something else than you pour into yourself. And when you start doing that, you'll start seeing shit changing in your actual life. It's not gonna work out for you because you're not balanced. You're not doing this shit right. And when you're not doing it right, you can expect for things not to happen the way you want them to happen.
But that's the thing though. That's a thin line right there too, Nikki. Because a lot of people hear you say that and they feel like they should hold resentment towards people. You understand me?
I'm not meaning it as a way of
It,
holding
I know you're not. But I'm just saying a lot of people will hear you say that and that would be their what they're thinking. But you're not saying hold resentment. You're saying Sometimes you have to give people their space.
You have to choose you.
Yeah, you have to give people their space to see.
Don't
Because
make them.
everyone grow at a different pace, you know. Not everyone's gonna understand what you understand.
I understand that. That's what I do know. But you still don't need to compromise your happiness or being happy for someone else. I had a conversation with someone and they told me they was happy. I said, "Oh, I'm happy that you're happy. I'm glad you're happy." And it got down to the point where I had to show them that when I was happy about something, they were not happy about it. And to me, that wasn't right to project that onto me when I was in a happy moment in my life.
So what made why did you feel the need to explain this to this person?
Because I wanted them to see the difference in me and them, the difference
But
of how I cared about them. And I wanted them to know that no matter what, at the end of the day, I want you to be happy. So
um
this was a different time where they made me feel bad about, tried to make me feel bad about some choices I made to for myself to be happy. That's all. And I had to show them, say that to them.
I understand why you felt the need to do that.
You
But let
said
me
you
tell you something. I
go ahead.
understand why you felt the need to do that.
Go ahead.
But your actions, your actions alone shows who you are. You don't need to verify it with anyone, with nothing. You don't need to.
I don't
You
need to
don't need to over
explain
explain
myself.
yourself. You don't
You're
need to over explain
right.
yourself to anyone. Your actions speaks for you. You
It-
understand me?
yeah, that was just an opportunity for them to see something from a different lens instead of
You,
always.
you, you don't need to show people from a different lens. You don't need that. You understand me? You're just as important as that person.
That was the point. That was really the point. At the end of the day, you want to be happy when you're happy. So why not allow someone else to be happy when they're happy and not try to cause all this other stuff going on to make them try to make them feel bad about their own happiness? That's crazy.
As I said, I understand why you felt the need to do that. But I'm telling you, for me, from my perspective, you don't need to explain yourself to anyone for them to see nothing. If they don't want to see it, that's their choice. Be you. Just
Okay,
be you.
be me.
Yeah, don't over explain yourself to anyone to try them to see them for them to see you from any different perspective or anything. Be you. Whatever is going on in the other person, that's something that they need to work on, not you. You're not their therapist. It's not your job, and you should not take on that pressure onto yourself. And a lot of us do these things, and we don't know that's what we're doing, but we feel like we're explaining to this person so they can see us differently.
I didn't
And
want
no, that person is not going to see you differently. That person is going to see you from what they're seeing already. Doesn't matter what you do, they're still going to see you through the lens that they're looking at, because they're not cleaning off their lens to look at you clearly. So you over explaining yourself, that's just you wasting your energy. You don't need to do
I'll probably waste my energy more than most.
that. Listen, people are gonna look at you the way they're gonna look at you, regardless of what you do. You understand me? It's that's just how people are programmed to see
Well,
you.
fuck them then.
It's not really say fuck them.
Yeah,
It's
well,
it's
fuck
it's
them
it's
then.
it's it's okay. Let me show you. It's more like People can only see you with the clarity that they can see. Do you understand me?
On the
But
frequency that they're on. That's the only way.
no, you in yourself, you have expectations of how you want people to see you. And those are the expectations that you are now projecting onto these people. But you're not seeing that's what's going on. So this is why I'm saying you don't need to do that. Be you. 100% you. Because I love you for who you are. You have such a pure soul, Nikki. I tell you this from the first day I spoke with you. You have such a pure soul. Like, you always want to do the right thing for everyone. Like, but the world is not your problem. It is not. It's not your issue to solve. And I know you wish you could, and that's the empath in you. But start putting that empathy onto you. You understand me? And start feeling that empathy for Nikki. The world is gonna be the world. Whatever you're doing, that's you doing your part regardless. There are gonna be ones that resonate with you, and there's gonna be ones who don't. It is not your duty to convince anyone. I'm sorry if I sound harsh. I'm not trying to be harsh.
It's not sounding harsh, but it is what it is, you know? I'm gonna say what I'm gonna say all the time.
We do this every day, but we don't know that's what we're doing. Because all of us, take it. No, we all have a background. We all have somewhere where our conditions are formed from. You know, so we can't expect, we can't put too much expectations onto each other. You know, because once we put so much expectations, we block the person from being who they are. You understand me? And it's not us. It's not up to us to block anyone from being who they want to be. Everyone has a choice to make. You have to allow them to make it freely. This is how you form unconditional love. It is love with no conditions. You understand me? Even our parents love us with conditions. And I get it because of what they expect of us. I understand. But your expectation is gonna lower me from being who I truly want to be.
So
What's
can
that
I?
person saying?
Oh, they saying take people how they are, or you, or don't fuck with them, and then Yahweh say the world is governed by government, so the people seem to seek the same governance as they if they are children of the government.
Mm.
In the
You know,
earlier,
one thing. I hear a lot of people speaking of the world governed by governments. Let me say one thing. We are the power. These people that have the money, they control the power, which is us. We are the power. You understand me? It is up to us to start seeing, start heightening up our awareness instead of blaming the government, because we're looking place to put blame, and that's stopping us from seeing clearly what the problem really is, because it's the choices that we make daily that shape our world. The government is going to do what they're going to do regardless, but it's the choices that we make that shape our world. Do you understand me? We
Yeah.
need to stop finding place blame and start seeing what the problem really is and find a way to fix the problem and not just look at what the labels, what people placing around. It is easy to blame the government and say the government doing this, the government's doing that. This is why I grew up hearing people saying money is the root of all evil. When people not seeing that, actually it is mindset that costs money to be that powerful. Mindset.
Mm-hmm.
You understand me? Not the money itself. The money itself is neutral.
Money itself is nothing. It's paper.
It's the mindset. People need to change the mindset. Because as I showed you before, people will never volunteer their time for each other. So you know what money does? Money forces them to do that and tell them, work for me, and then you can use me to do what you want.
Mm-hmm.
But if people had volunteered their time, you don't need for money. Because
Yep.
say for instance, I give you an example. Say everyone that works their 9 to 5, what they're doing right now, they get up and do that as a volunteer so others can live. And vice versa. It keeps rotating. For everyone can get their time to enjoy their time. Money wouldn't be needed. But no one know that the mindset is not there for that. So money comes to replace that.
Yahweh said that's governance.
Whatever you want to call it. Whatever you want to call it. I'm just pointing out what is. I'm not putting blame anywhere. I'm just pointing at what is. You understand me? Because it is not within me to blame.
Because we the true currency.
Once I put blame, then therefore I'm blocking my growth. I'm not getting to see where I can grow. And I'm a true believer in growth. You understand me? I believe, Nikki, to tell you how deeply I feel for humanity, I believe all of us is one tree.
Mm-hmm.
Just like how the body works, when one thing inside the body is off, it can affect the rest of the body. It's just like that with humanity. When one is off, it can affect others because it's
Yep.
energy traveling.
Yep.
You understand me? And whatever energy you create, you're putting it out there.
Yep. That's sacred geometry, the connection. We all connected.
You get what I'm saying? A lot of people don't understand this, Nikki. Through the brain, before you even speak, there's a million thoughts running through. It's you. It's up to you to choose which one you want to create. Because that's what we are. We are creators. It is up to us to choose which thought we want to create. Because the wrong thought you created is already out there. You can't stop it. A lot of people look at, oh, I'm just joking. Listen, the universe don't work on sarcasm. That's not how this works. But guess what, Nikki? You come back to me saying, I am a firm believer that everything happens for a reason. So it doesn't matter what you're doing, you are doing it for a reason. It's the labels that we place. The labels that we place is blocking us from seeing fully what the reason is. You understand me? So a lot of people right now is walking around with a lot of feelings inside that they cannot express because they don't feel comfortable enough to express these feelings. You understand me? They have so much fear of what people are going to think of them if they really speak how they really want to speak.
Mm-hmm.
And that is not good. That is not good. You're not allowing people to be who they are. But that's the world that we live in. I could say that all day. But if we do not change mindset, Nikki, if we do not change mindset, we're going to continue saying that's the world that we live in. Because we're normalizing these things. And once you normalize things, you stop questioning them. Because now it's just the way we're living. That's just how life is. We normalize these things and we create things to make ourselves feel comfortable in them. But it is not. That doesn't mean that it's true. Doesn't mean that's the way it's supposed to be. We just create these things to make it comfortable for us to be able to move forward. But comfort is not the replacement of truth.
Facts.
That is one thing about human nature that I understand. We like to feel comfortable. Sometimes we need to be comfortable in the uncomfortable situation.
Mm-hmm.
You understand me? That's finding peace in chaos. Because once you're in chaos and you make the chaos become your driver, then you lose you. Because there's no peace now. You lose you. Now chaos is the driver. Come on. If I look at people and I say, listen, you don't truly understand who you are. They're gonna look at me and they're gonna say, oh, what are you talking about? I know who I am. You can't tell me I don't know who I am. I know who I am. But in order to know who you are, it's knowing how your inner circle, how your inner counsel works. You understand me? You have to understand your inner counsel so you do not let the louder voice speak. It's just like in any situation, Nikki. People feel like when they speak louder, that means that they're right. It doesn't mean you're right because you're speaking louder. It just means that you sound ignorant. You understand me? Two people can have a conversation and share their difference, and none speaks louder than the other. You're still sharing your difference. But when you feel so passionate about people to take things your way and only your way, you're gonna feel the need to speak louder. And it's just the same way that the inner counsel work. You understand me? Whichever voice feel the need to speak louder, that's the one that's gonna speak louder. And people take that and run with it. That's why you have people become emotional and they act on impulse because they don't take time to sit down and understand what's really going on within before they speak. So they just react. And reaction always lead to people saying, man, I regret doing that. Yo, sorry. All these showing that I reacted instead of thinking first and fully let the counsel work. Many of us, we use conclusion first, as I said. And you know what that does? It makes us come back to say, oh, sorry, I accused you. Listen, these are the things we continually do daily, and we're not stopping to see that we're doing it and why we're doing it. Because we are learned to use surface awareness, but awareness as levels, awareness as a root. And we all know in order to understand anything, you have to first understand the root. You can't tell me you're gonna go kill a tree and you're gonna chop off all the branches and think that's gonna kill the tree. No, you got to kill the root, because everything, all problems, you got to solve them. You get to the root of it. It's always there's a root, but we are programmed only to see surface. So our reaction, everything we done is on the surface of things. We don't go deeper.
Mm-hmm.
You understand me? You have a lot of people who sound like they're deep, but they're saying a profound topic, but they're not even getting to the depths of the topic. Because anything that you get to the depths of it, it's gonna sound profound because you're at the depth. Life is not hard, Nikki. It is not hard. It is not difficult. The choices we make daily is what make life difficult. But life itself is not hard.
Leave us alone, Yahweh. Leave us alone. Yahweh said, which is governance program.
Listen, you see, he's stuck on the labels. Whatever. That's the same thing I'm talking about is labels. He's seeing labels, labels, labels. And I understand, but I'm not seeing labels. I'm just seeing what is. Nikki, you think if I look at you with labels, you think I'll be able to see you as clearly as I see you?
No,
Have you ever feel like you're being judged when you conversate with me?
no,
You feel like you could be yourself. Am I wrong?
no, you're not wrong. You
That's
are,
because I gave myself that space so you could be you. And in order for people to do that, you have to first learn who you are. Because if you don't learn who you are, you will see your projections and think it's other people's projections.
mm-hmm.
You understand me? Someone can say something that's going to touch you so deeply and it's going to hurt because you're still hurt from that. You're not healed. It's
Mm-hmm.
just like someone have a cut and you accidentally touch that cut. They're gonna flinch. You're gonna say, oh ha, yeah, because it still hurts. It's not
Mm-hmm.
healed. You understand me? So that's why people could say things and you still lash out because you're not healed.
That's all
That
right, Yahweh. Sorry. I'm sorry.
listen. In order for us to grow, we have to learn acceptance, accountability, and understanding. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
Understanding to know that you never knew better. So whatever mistakes you make, that's just a mistake from something you can learn from. So don't put yourself down.
Mm-hmm.
But first, you have to take accountability for what you have done,
Mm-hmm.
and then accept everything.
Accept your part. Accept your
Accept
partnership.
everything. Your part, the other person part, accept everything. So you can see what is
Yeah,
and
but
work with what is.
a lot of people they like to forget about their partnership and just only keep talking about what the other people did. And that is a big issue. What's up, 3,000 degrees? I've been good.
Listen, not taking accountability is not affecting the other person. It's affecting you because
Yeah,
you're blocking your growth. You're not letting yourself open to see what you have done and what you can improve on. Because a man that thinks he's perfect is a man who is showing imperfection. Listen, Nikki, I tell you this all the time. Nothing I do or say, I don't have to. No one forced me to. And if people have disagreements, I don't hold it to them. because that's how communication works. That's how you grow. But a
Mm-hmm.
lot of people, they want always to be their way. If you only want it to be your way, then how you're gonna grow? Then you're just looking for people to say yes to you all the time. You won't be able to accept no. No is gonna feel like a dagger to the heart. Even if the person say yes 99 times, that one no is gonna feel like a dagger.
You're on point. You're on point tonight.
Whatever you want to call it, Nikki. I'm just saying what is. As I said, that's what I do. I say what is. You know.
Why am I shit? I was trying to.
Nikki. Even in religion, they tell you in the end you're gonna be judged.
Yep.
That's how comfortable people have become with judgment. Everyone has become so comfortable with judgment that they accept it so easily. But the crazy thing is, nobody like to be judged, but everyone like to judge others. Tell me that's not what's the word I'm looking for?
That's exactly what's going on.
I don't want to say hypocritical. It's a hypocritical mindset, but I didn't want to use that word. I was trying to use a different word. But yeah, nobody like to be judged, but everyone like to judge others. Then how you expect to break the cycle? In order to break the cycle, you have to first break it within yourself. This goes back to what I said earlier. Nothing is not on the outside, it's all starts from within. You understand me? And until you understand that it starts from within, you're gonna always looking on the outside.
Yep.
Looking for place to place blame, looking for someone to come and fix your life. That's why you see a lot of partners meet each other and they be like, "Oh, you complete me." Come on, you should not need somebody to complete you. You were born complete. We're here to experience this life. You understand me? Move things through love. Because a lot of people think, Nikki, that hate is the opposite of love. But hate is not the opposite of love.
It's
Hate is
still
the
love.
opposite of ignorance.
Hate is still love, though.
Hate is still love. You understand me? Hate comes from love. Without
Mm-hmm.
love, there would be no hate. Love is the master voice. Love. It's when you can make it unconditional. No, you're seeing a layer of you that is going to lead you to understand all the other layers of yourself. Because not only you need to have unconditional love for others, but you first need to have it for yourself.
And can I add something? And until you can have unconditional love for yourself, you really can't really love anybody else.
Facts. You got to know to love yourself before you can love anyone. A lot of people don't know that and the thing is, you can't blame a lot of people too. It's not that they don't know how to love. It's not. It's that they don't know how to love your way.
What's up, Captain PY2? I'm gonna step away for a second, y'all. I'm back.
Welcome back. Nikki, I don't want anyone on your program to think that I'm against them, who they are, their belief, their life, their traditions, or whatever. My only thing is for people to start seeing things for themselves instead of just accepting what others tell them that it is. You know, start asking questions for yourself. Don't just accept things.
From within, though. Don't ask outside of you. Ask inside of you and get the answers that you're looking for.
We do it all the time. We ask ourselves questions all the time and we get answers. We just
Yeah.
we just don't do it consciously. And I'm not saying this goes for everyone either. It just goes for, you know, we're human. We know the program of the world, but as I said, you gotta get awareness.
You want to talk to some audience members? Do you want me to drop the link or how you want to do this?
Do whatever you want. I'm here to talk.
All right, y'all. I'm about to drop the link now to see if y'all want to come.
Nick, as I said to you, I've been a student of human behavior
Yeah.
for as long as I know myself.
Mm-hmm.
When I was younger, I didn't understand what I was doing, but I was always observing people. You
Mm-hmm.
know, when I was younger, I was always looking at the grown-ups in a different eye than I see them now. That I am a grown-up. I
Mm-hmm.
used to think all grown-ups they understood life. They all have it together.
Mm-hmm.
I used to feel that way. I used to feel like my parents could never be wrong.
Get from over here.
But I get to understand as I grow. We all humans. We make the same mistakes, and not
Mhm.
because we're grown mean that we're not still kids. We are all still kids learning on the job. I love the world I live in, and ever since my awareness have heightened, I honestly the experience I am having in this world is a lot more enjoyable. because I start seeing things and not just through the lens that I was trained to see them through. I start seeing them for myself and seeing what they are. And I start seeing the beauty of things. You understand me? Because in certain beauties people see negative, but I see the positive because I'm seeing the beauty of it.
I knew son of Yahweh was coming up here. What's up, Yahweh?
The Most High, Great Lake.
Very light.
Let me ask you a question, Yahweh. Where you come up with that name?
You gonna laugh and you find my answer funny or your question funny?
I'm
No,
not.
I'm being genuine. I'm being genuine. I'm honestly being genuine.
I mean, but yeah, I remember you were saying people thinking for themselves or something like that.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, I'm telling myself, it's my programming. It's not you, bro. Um, why I say they call me Yahweh. My name Wayne, but Yahweh is the question, right? To me, why, where, when, who, how, which is me or my face. The
Okay.
Y's are I, the H's are no, the Y's are I. Oh no, let me see. Let me do this right. The H's are eyes, the W's are nose, and the Y's are ears. So it's my face. My face
Okay.
is Yahweh. Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Well, what was the first thing that went through your mind when I asked you that question?
The answer I gave you was what I thought, but when you laughed, I'm like, okay.
Oh, I wasn't the one that laughed. Maybe that was Nikki.
I
Oh,
laughed.
oh, okay. Forgive me, brother.
Yeah, yeah. I would never laugh at you, my friend. I listen to me. It's the one thing about me. I'm not religious, but I do not look down at anyone who follow do whatever they follow. That's
Yeah, I'm
just
the
me.
only.
I respect everyone for who they are because, as I said, we're all on a journey. Who am I to compare myself to another person's journey or judge their journey?
Yeah, I'm the only one thinking. So I told myself what stuff mean.
Hmm.
Yeah, yeah. So when I read it, it's what I told myself.
I
What
love
other
that.
people? Yeah, yeah. I'm
I
the only
love
one.
that
Yeah, yeah. So
because not.
all letters A through Z is mine, which is my throat. A through Z is my throat.
Mhm. I want to
So
ask you another question.
all right, brother.
Why you so adamant on speaking of governs and program?
No, I was agreeing with you, and I was just pointing out how one is the money, right? The mind is money. Let me turn this water off, y'all, right quick. You sound like you got a Islander accent. Um,
Yeah, I do. I'm Jamaican.
okay, so y'all would say mind, right?
Yeah,
Okay, mind is man.
man. Okay,
So mind is money. MON say money.
your mind. Mine is money.
Yeah.
Okay, okay.
So how do the government come in, or how is one program when you are the only one thinking all your life?
But let me tell you something though. The only person that can program you is you.
That's right.
People can tell you things. People can
That's
give
what
you their input, but you do not have to accept it.
that's what I'm saying. I'm the only one thinking.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
people, a lot of people I notice they blame the government that for saying the government is programming people and all that. But the only person that can program anyone is you.
it's them, right? So they accepted the service. The government is a service.
Yeah.
So
There's two acronyms that I would love all humans to follow. The first one is YOU, which stands for your own universe. And the second one is MI, which is my intentions.
me,
So
yeah,
you're in your own universe, you understand what's going on in there. I can only see your intentions because that's what you show me.
yeah. But
You understand me?
it's your intention because you the one who see it.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go. So even though I'm giving you from my perspective, you don't have to accept it because you are the ruler of your universe.
Or the
So
only one seeing
my
it.
my my words don't have to go and affect your universe unless you allow them to.
I'm telling myself what you are saying. Yeah.
Yeah. hmm
I feel people under spells by understanding how to spell.
Yeah.
And maybe I feel it's a service though. I don't feel they doing people wrong. I feel they telling people what they offer 'em, what they offering. They
As I
offering they offering
remember I said I don't know if you were listening in the program earlier on. I said within all humans there's a council live within that
Mhm.
operates. It determines who you are, how you function in this world. You function through that council, whether you understand it or not.
Yeah.
You understand me? A lot of us understand to a certain level, but we do not understand the council. But we understand how we're living because of our condition or how
I say they
we
do
reprogrammed ourselves.
yeah, I say they do understand the council. The government is the council. Not saying
Not
for
the
you.
government, not the government.
Not saying for you.
Oh,
Not
okay, 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 okay.
what I'm saying is a lot of people that are programmed, they got the same counseling, like 1+1 is 2. So so a lot of control is going on to me because the government is like their father, like their counsel. So they follow their father, which is the government, and that's why I think they seek to control others, or they seek for others to control them.
But this starts from childhood, you know.
Hmm.
You understand me?
Yeah,
Because many parents feel they own their kids. You do not own your kid. Your kid own themselves. The only thing you as a parent should be doing for your kid is guidance.
yeah, they
Fact.
got that from the government, right? To own your children. Without them calling them kids, they could possibly own them, though, brother.
Listen, all I ask is for awareness. You
Mm.
understand me? And I feel if you don't say certain things, people won't be aware to certain things. Because
Yeah,
not a lot of us, not a lot of us like the quiet space. Because the quiet space to a lot of us is scary.
yeah, you're the only one. I think people don't want to face it.
It's only you. You're the only one. Shit. I knew Yahweh was gonna do that.
A lot of people are afraid of the quiet space. That's why they like noise.
That's why they leave the TV on when they go to bed.
But I tell you this, noise do not cancel out the quiet space because the quiet space reveal itself sometimes in the most
It puts them in
uncalled for place.
it
That's
puts
why a
them in
lot
a
of people
Over there.
lash out.
it, it puts them in a trance, so they ignore the quiet self or the one self.
You
The,
are you a fan? Are you a fan of Carl Jung?
who?
Carl Jung. He's a neuroscientist. Is that what you call them?
This
No, I'm
the
not a fan. I have heard Carl Jung before, though. I'm not a
is it
fan.
Okay. He speaks of the shadows. Have you ever heard of the shadows?
Hmm.
Now people have their light side and they have their shadow. They have their shadow side.
Hmm.
So the shadows are the parts of you that you suppress. You know,
Mm-hmm.
those quiet yes when you mean no. Those times where a family take advantage of you and you just take it easy. Sometimes
Yeah,
when you want to lash out, but you just hold it in.
yeah, called being controlled.
That's the darkness.
That's the darkness start creating inside you. That's what they call the shadow.
Mm-hmm.
But there's gonna be a point because human beings or that we operate like steam machine, and whatever we reach to that boiling point, it's gonna burst. And if you do not know how to release pressure as you go, you're gonna burst, and you're gonna burst at the wrong moment.
Yeah, I always felt that people was under spell. So I
Why do
would,
you feel? Why do you believe people is under spell?
because it's only one tone, which is your voice. But if you mix it up, it get all these different effects out of it. It's called communicating or something.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know.
So
Let me tell you something, my friend. Communication can be mistranslated, but feelings can't. Emotions can't. So imagine someone can be lying to you, but if you look into that person's eyes, you can see the truth. If you
but
listen to that person's words
or
carefully
you just
and not
or
just
you
what they're
just
saying,
yes, sir.
yeah, listen to
You
what the
just
person,
know the
listen to
truth.
their words.
You know the truth, and whatever they say, it's not a lie to me. They just say they didn't do it. They call it they didn't do it.
A lot of lies are to protect identity, huh?
But I still see that they done it though. So they just call it something different. They just say it differently. Yeah.
I hear you.
It ain't no lies in the truth, right? Like
Ain't no lies in the truth.
no. If people didn't know how to spell, they wouldn't have never heard people lying to them.
Yeah, words can be misleading.
Magic.
It all comes back down to mindset again, my friend. See, we try to get away from it, but it all comes back down to it. It's
Yeah, the
mindset.
money. It come back down to the money.
You understand me? Because if your mindset is not firm, anything can shake you.
Mm.
And if you're easily shaken, then it's easy for you to break.
Mm.
The government is smart. You can't blame a person for playing the game the way they're playing it. They're playing
Yeah,
it smart.
they telling us they the government.
You understand me? They divided us so we do not communicate like we're doing right now. And once we cannot communicate, we cannot share different of views and opinions.
Yeah, the people, the children of the government. Yeah, you're right. The children of the government won't let us talk like, well, not let us, but they're diverted.
You know, growing up, hearing people saying the government is bad, the government is this, the government is that. I was afraid to speak like this. You
That's
understand me
what
in
I'm
the
saying.
public
The council,
so people
the
can
council.
hear and know who I am.
Yeah, the council don't want us to speak like this. I'm
So
talking about the
I
other
was
council.
holding back because I read a lot. I read a lot, you know. I read about what they did to Martin Luther King, what they did to Malcolm X, Paul Bogle. You know, a lot of great minds was taken down, and I always, I'm taking this negative from all of this and not seeing where the positive lies.
But you was
These
the
minds
mind.
were taken down, but their impact live on.
Yeah, you was the mind that comprehend the stories. So you are the one reading the story, getting the comprehension of it.
Yeah. But
Let me
my mind wasn't trained to see the positive though. I was only
Hello.
seeing the negative because as again, I was trained to see the label and not what is.
Which is the council.
Whatever you call it, man.
let's welcome Michael to the panel. Hi, Michael.
Hello.
Welcome, Michael.
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we hear you.
Yeah.
Alright. I want to say Grand Rising first and foremost,
Grand Rising.
and you guys can call me Kush if you like. I've been listening for a while, on and off, because sometimes I've been on a call here and there, but for the most part, I've been here. And I want to say that since I've been listening, everything that you said, I agree with totally 100% so far. There's only one thing I would like to say, um, based upon like what you have been saying, and I don't know how many people is hearing this right now, but it might be a few people that might need to hear this. And I like the fact, before I even say what I have to say, I like the fact that you go down into details and you try to bring everybody towards like a universal understanding, and you try to get down to their level to get them to understand what's going on. And it's like with me, I do that also. But it's like it's hard, as you say, getting through the people that's caught up in one concept. And as you say, some of us we lean on our own understanding and we take it and then we just run with that. And then you also explaining to the panel that you know that we have to allow each other to have free will, free mind, and be themselves, which in everything is 100%, because without that, there's no such thing as unconditional love. If you can't love a person for who they are and allow them to be who they are and still love them without adding your perception to it and basing it off of, oh, if you're not this way, then whatever, you're not worthy and I can love you, but I can't love you if you're not doing this, or whatever the case is. All right. And then you also said that you can love someone even if you cut them off. And cutting someone off doesn't mean that you stop loving a person. It's just that you value yourself and your peace a lot more. So what I said all of that to say is that I agree with you 100% based on what you said. And what I also have to say, now what I have to say pertaining to what you said is this: regardless of what anybody feel or what anybody want to believe or what anybody want to think, I know we all have our own perception of what spirituality or religion or what life is all about. But until we all realize, and why I say we all is because some of us don't know, but a lot of us do. And for the one that do, I congratulate those. But for the ones that don't, is the ones that need to hear this. Regardless of what you feel, what you hold as your own personal desire, your own perception of what life or reality is, one thing that you must know: it's only one law and it's only one God. And that one God is the one law. And what that one God and that one law is called is the universe. Everything in this earth is based off the laws of the universe. And if you don't understand how the laws of the universe work, then you won't be able to understand creation or life itself, or you won't even know who you are, much less to know who God is, or to even know what you're even up against. So no matter if you want to believe in Buddha, Allah, this, that, and the third, I tell everybody that to believe is to doubt. So whatever you want to hold on to, universal law don't have anything to do with doubt. It's about knowing, and it's about alignment and balance with the vibrations and frequencies of the universe, and you have to know how to connect with them if you want to manifest or even transcend, you
Which is
know. So as long as you're holding on to beliefs and doubts and thoughts and hope and wishful thinking, you will never connect with the laws of the universe. And
you was saying,
that's basically all I have to say, you know.
You, you
yeah, you were
know,
saying transcend, which is like transcending from one place to another.
No, well, that can possibly happen too, but it's when you transcend, you actually do transcend from one place to another when you transcend spiritually, because you transcend from one form to another form, and when you transcend from one form to another form, you could actually transcend into different dimensions. You can tap into different realms
Which
because
is
you never.
believe, right? Which is
You, pardon me.
which is believe, like from one point to another.
If you can do what?
Transcend, believe, which is believe.
Believe. All right, that's what I was saying to you. That's why I had asked you like 3 times what you said, because I had a feeling that you said believe, and to
Yeah,
believe it, and to believe, my friend, is to doubt. You know what I'm
but
saying?
no,
Because
that's not what it is to me though. Believe is like transcend.
all right, let me show you what I mean by. What's your name?
Wayne,
Wayne. All right, Wayne. If I said to you,
I know you're
do you?
gonna do.
If I said to you, where's Wayne at? Or have you seen Wayne? And then you answered and you replied to me and you said to me, well, I believe Wayne is in the bathroom, or I believe Wayne is taking a shower or sleeping.
We don't know.
You're not sure where Wayne is at. You believe, you think that based off of what you might have heard or what you might have saw, but you have that as supposedly could be possible.
Why I can say that though? Why I can agree with you and say that is belief? Like, if I was in the shower, it's like I believe I'm in it, right? Because I'm
Mhm.
using a language to express what a shower is.
But
So I
believe
believe it.
but
I
believe
believe,
doesn't express what the shower is. Belief express what you think it is.
that's what I'm saying, right?
Right,
How
but a lot of
do I
times what we
know?
think it is not actually necessarily it.
Yeah, I just say shower for y'all.
What I'm saying is
So,
we don't want to believe anything. We want to
so
know.
you don't want to believe anything.
No, what I'm
No,
saying
when
is
you say,
that
let me explain what I'm saying about believe, brother,
all right,
please.
all right, go ahead, go ahead.
You know how some people be leaving their house to go to work.
Some believe people believe in their house and go to work.
Some people be leave their house and go places.
Some people believe their house and go places.
Yeah.
I don't know what you mean by that.
Don't play right now, Yahweh. Yahweh, don't do this. Don't do it.
See, this is what I mean by people beg to be controlled. Yes, ma'am.
Because you're getting ready to take us off topic, and we don't want to do
I'm
that.
not taking them off topic. They taking themselves off. All right.
okay,
Yes, ma'am.
Michael, is that your name?
They call
Kush.
him Kush.
Push. Okay, nice to meet you, my friend. My name is Travis. You said
Peace.
something at the end of your what you said just now that
What's that
things
interference?
things blocking people from connecting to the universe.
Right.
Um, I don't agree with that 100%. I don't think they're blocked. I think they're just not connecting in the way that they would like to.
Pardon me. I'm not sure where you heard the part where I said things was blocking them, but when I was saying about people not being able to connect with the universe is because know how they don't know how the laws of the universe and how it work. So if you
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. But
yeah
even if you don't know, you're still connecting with the universe.
yeah
You're just not
absolutely
connected in the way that you're not doing it consciously.
absolutely, and I agree with you. And also what I'm trying to explain to the people is that when you actually know how to connect
Then you
with the
can do it
universe,
consciously.
right, then you
Yes,
can
but
you can
unconscious doesn't replace the action. The action is still there. It's just
Wait a minute.
it's a
you're unconscious of it, or you're conscious of it, but the action is still there.
it's a reason being why, because let me show you something. When you're unconscious, right, and you're trying to, all right, let me show you what I mean by it's a lot of us that's spiritual and we don't believe but we know, and some of us don't know but we believe and we say we're still spiritual, which is overstanding because some of us haven't crossed a certain threshold to tap into that dimension, which those are the people that you're talking about that believe and don't know, right? So
Okay,
now for
okay.
those
This
that
this is this it goes even deeper to my point. What I'm saying about
You got some interference in
whenever.
your mic, Travis. Hold on. You got some interferences coming through. Okay, now I don't hear it.
Whoever is not speaking, mute your mic. Unmute your mic when you want to speak, please. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So Michael, what I'm saying is,
if I mute my mic I can't hear anything.
okay. So it's coming. The disturbance is coming from your end.
Pardon me.
Okay.
I'm not.
It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Okay. What I'm saying is that we need to stop looking at the action that we put towards the thing and start viewing the thing itself.
Mm-hmm.
You understand me?
Right.
Because the action that you place onto it, you cannot see the thing with the action. You're seeing the action that you use to show that thing. It's just like the you use your phone to connect to the Wi-Fi,
Mm-hmm.
but the Wi-Fi is still there.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I'm saying. When I said unconsciously or consciously, the action is still there. It doesn't matter
Mm-hmm.
if people want to believe they're spiritual or not. The underline is still there.
All right. Let me.
Whatever the mind replace or to use to make itself feel comfortable, that's
All right.
okay.
All right, bro. Let me show you what I mean. You're not understanding when I say it's a certain way how the universe works. It's not all religion that teaches how to align and a balance with the universe. And the reason being why a lot of us don't manifest or even transcend, because you got to understand, it's what you want out of this earth, right? Is the only thing you can receive. A lot of us or um comfortable with just being okay in this realm. You got to understand that it's a lot of people that elevated mentally to the point where they don't want to be trapped in this realm. And if you
Okay.
don't, hold on, bro, hold on, because I
Yeah,
want
yeah,
to.
yeah, 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 yeah.
If you do not elevate yourself mentally and know and not believe, yeah, you might be able to align and balance with the universe and still manifest subconsciously. I get that because I used to, that's how you get babies. Babies manifest subconsciously. When I was a kid, I used to manifest subconsciously, but I used to do it consciously, subconsciously, because why? Everything that I thought of that I wanted, it always came to me. And I always knew that I had that power. The thing about it is, I just didn't know how I had the power and how the fuck I was doing it. When I got older, it became harder, right? Now, what I'm trying to show you is the reason why is because we become so far away from who we are. Now, what I'm trying to show you is that I agree with you with the subconscious, but it's different when you're doing it subconsciously and when you're doing it consciously. Because when you do it subconsciously, you will always be stuck in this realm. You would never get to transcend from this realm. And with the realm that we are in is in a 3D realm. And the only way that we can transcend consciously or spiritually from the 3D realm is we um if we start to know and not believe. You get what I'm saying? So if you were just one of those people like, oh, I just want to have a nice car, or I just want to have a nice house, or I just want to have a nice whatever, I want to be living good, and you can manifest that in your everyday life, whatever the case may be, fine, that's what you're settling for. But what about those of us that know that we're living in a bigger world, or we're living in a bigger view? So those of us who knows that, right? We don't want to settle for this world. So the only way where we can actually be able to is when we learn the facts and the truth. Then what I'm trying to say is that it's a lot of us that get stuck in the belief part, and we don't get to know, and we just hold on to what we believe, right? Those are the people that confuse the people that's really trying to know and want to know, right? And it's if you want to be stuck in this realm, that's fine. But that's the people that's all right. And I was about what I was saying to you about with the religion. It's not all of the religions that teaches how to align with this with the universe. The one few of them that does that is the Buddhas, the Chinese ones in them, and the Indian ones, the Indian niggas. They know how to do that shit. They teach that in their shit. I'm saying Allah, Muslim and Christianity and all of that, they teach you to believe in somebody else. They give you to your it's whatever you're gonna manifest. You got to manifest it from a different God, and not to say that they still don't manifest and align, but we got to understand that there's tricks and trades to all this shit. I'm saying because all of these people or whatever these entities that they are worshiping and praying to, they actually exist. So when they see manifestation and they be like, oh yeah, God, this, you got to understand that when you pray to different entities, they will answer you. It doesn't mean that you're talking to God. And they will do shit and make you feel like, yeah, you're getting shit from God. That's the same exact way how you got people set demons on people. I'm saying you get people that get what you call it, possessed by demons and stuff like that. Shit really happens. You can actually do anything you want with these gods. Women really do get impregnated by demons or spirits. It's what they call immaculate conception. That's how they got Jesus was born. Jesus wasn't the only immaculate conception. Whether it was in the Bible, he wasn't the only immaculate conception in the Bible. In other religions, he wasn't even the only immaculate conception. Buddha, all of them, Krishna, all of them was immaculate conceptions. They always born the 25th of December. Things of that nature. Why they do it? They use it based off of the universe. The laws of the universe is where they took all of their stuff from in religion and put it in they took the laws of the universe and put it into religion. So this is what I'm saying to you, that if you don't know the truth behind where everything is coming from, you're going to be stuck behind that veil. And you can't say because you want to be stuck behind that veil that everybody is okay if you want to be stuck behind that veil, because everybody don't want to be. So for those that don't want to be, you have to show them that there is a way out. Not because you don't know the way out and you're comfortable with the way out. You want to allow everybody else to be comfortable with it too. If you don't know, you don't know. Just let
It's
people
to,
know you
it's
believe.
to come from under spells, man. Like,
What happened?
because now that you understand how to spell, people can tell you how to do it or not tell you when you already have it.
Say that one more time.
I think because people understand how to spell, they underspell. So you were saying some people need to know how to do it. So why somebody need to tell them when they already have it? It's because you under spells.
You
Okay.
said
Can I
because
say
people
something? Can I say
understand. You
something?
said all right. I want to let you talk, but I want to hear what he's saying first, and then we get to you, bro. You said you think that because you said that because people's under spells, we know how to spell.
You,
Is that
you
what
know how to spell. You understand how to spell. You under spells.
you understand how to spell? You under spells.
Yeah.
I'm trying to pick up what you mean by that, but let me tell you something about what I know about spells and under spells and all that. First of all, when I talk, I don't use certain words like understand. That's not in my vocabulary because when you understand, you don't realize or you don't get the picture. So I overstand. Some people say understand, but I overstand, right? And then
That's what I'm
spells,
saying.
right? Absolutely, I know. And then when you say spells and we're on the spells, I'm really trying to figure out like what do you mean by that based off of what I was saying. So that's really what I'm trying to
So you
get.
were saying something about the laws of the universe, right?
Right.
Do you think the animals know these laws of the universe?
Yeah, they
Okay.
do.
So so man, or I guess they call themselves humans, they also know it, but the animals not under spells.
Right. They're not under spells, but they do know the laws of the universe. That's the reason why
Yeah,
they can that's the reason why they can do so much shit, bro. Because they are
yeah,
more in tune with the universe than we are.
yeah. Did nobody have to tell them?
Pardon?
Didn't no one have to tell them?
Nobody don't have to tell them
Yeah, no one has to tell them how to transcend or whatever.
because they're not programmed. They're not living under a program like we are. We are. You understand? We living underneath a program. And then, until we understand the program that we're under, we're going to always stay under that. That's the reason why I say it's good for us to know and not believe. Because when you believe, you're not sure. You're just holding on to whatever you was taught, and you hold that as concept. But when you actually know how to manifest, you know what to do to move on. And what the homie was trying to basically say is a lot of times that it's best not to know, because when you don't know, I guess he's saying that things can manifest a lot more when you're not even sure. But when you're sure, it's a lot more harder because you know what you're actually what you got to put in to get out. So it's like it makes transcending a bit difficult. But the best
Yeah,
part about that is like when you actually know, it's a mat it's what's in your mind, because you see
Hey,
whatever. That's the reason.
let me say something because I
Bro,
hear
hold
you
on, hold
guys
on,
are
hold on.
going
I'm gonna give.
on.
I'm about to hold on. I'm about to give it to you right now, but I'm about to say something that I want everybody to hear. And it's all based off what you're saying too. So just give me 1 second. The the knowing, like when you know, right, certain things. Because a lot of us, I'm going through this shit right now. It's like I'm going through some shit where like I can't manifest, and I'm like, why I can't manifest? Why is everything going backwards when I'm doing all the right shit and everything keep going wrong? And like I'm fighting the issue, doing all the right things, but I'm also doing a wrong thing because I'm actually not allowing the universe to take its course. I'm doing all this action myself, and then when I realized what the fuck I was doing, I said, you know what? I'm about to fall back. And I wasn't really fall back, but the Bible, even though I'm not really a Bible person, but like the Bible told you to seek physician. You know what I'm saying? So reason being, like when something is wrong that you spiritually might not be on that level, but there are people that are spiritually on that level that can help. So when I realized that, I'm like, all right, you know what? I'm about to allow the universe to take its course, because I'm fighting something, and I'm fighting against something that's bigger than me, that's more powerful than what I got. Yeah, I'm powerful more than it, but guess what happened? I'm not tapping into my powers, and these forces is using powers that I'm not using, and they got their team and their forces against me. So guess what happened? Now I got to join forces with more powerful power. then not just myself, but also then them.
Well,
And
when
that's
you said you was a child, you was manifested consciously.
no, because here's what happened. A
Okay.
lot of times you don't know. That's why I went to break down to you about people can set demons and stuff like that on people. So it's the same exact way how people can set demons and stuff like that on people. People can set a curse over your life for you to always stay stagnant. And if you don't clear that, you will always be that. Because you're doing everything and nothing is coming into you, and you're wondering why the fuck is that happening. You don't even know that. So a lot of times you have to allow the universe to take its course instead of keep on fighting everything, because no matter how hard you fight, you will always fail. And then you're going to get like, dissuaded no matter how hard you try. You get what I'm saying? You might reach a certain level, you might gain some fame, you might gain some hype, but it's not going to last long, and you're going to go right back down to zero again. And you're not going to reach your true potential where you were supposed to be, but you might get a little piece of the glory for a moment of time. But it's going to be a bittersweet feeling. And I know because I've been there too many times.
And I think a lot of that comes from understanding how to fail.
Say that again.
Y'all gotta let Travis say what he's gonna say.
He said what?
I said y'all have to let Travis say what he was gonna say.
Yeah. Now, I was about to let Travis say what he got to say now, but he said something else and I didn't hear him. I was finished saying what I had to say, but being that he didn't really interrupt, but being that he said something, I was just listening to him first. But I'm ready to hear Travis now. But I just wanted to say that because I know that what Travis probably was going to say had to deal with what I was already about to say now. And I know it probably did hit a couple topics, but he can say what he got to say now. I'm finished. Maybe that kind of changes the aspect after I got done saying that.
You know, I don't judge. I don't judge another man, but I can't speak of what I don't know. But
Facts.
the topic came from it diverted from what my original point was. So nothing you said was nothing to do with my original point, because you the whole conversation you guys had just now proved my original point, which is you guys are not seeing what is. You guys are seeing the action that is placed, or the label that is placed onto what is. You're not seeing what is. You understand me?
So
I
what
never
is?
said about it being good or bad. You understand me? What we were talking about is conscious decisions and unconscious decisions. But even conscious and unconscious, that's the action. That's the action that you're placing to the decision. But the thing itself remains, which is what you're talking about, which is the universe law. You understand me? It remains. It remains neutral. Whether your knowledge of it is conscious or unconscious, it remains neutral. You understand me? So it itself it's not a choice. But one thing I would like you guys to know, I hear you guys speaking of a lot of manifestation and all of these things. I let you know this. In this world, whatever belongs to you will come to you. No one can stop it. Not even you. The only thing can be done is someone could slow it down or you could slow it down. But even if someone is slowing it down, is you allowing them to slow it down. Do you understand me? But everything that belongs to you will come to you.
That's what I mean by you the only one.
We always need to remember, look at what is. What is always the underline of where decisions or actions are placed. Always remember that. Until we can see what is, we will never be able to understand what is. we will just know the action or the judgment or the label that we place on what is. Hold on, is it coming from me, the disturbance? Is it my phone?
Bro,
It
all
sounds like it could be.
right, all right. I want. Are you still talking, or you said what you wanted to say? What
Is
you
it still
saying
sounding
for
like
now?
disturbance?
Yeah, it sounds like
Yeah,
something.
yeah,
You
it's
got
something from my
your
end.
earpiece on?
It's
You
not
have
me.
you have
Okay,
an
let me
earpiece?
exit and come back and see.
Yeah. I still hear it. It's you, Kush.
Yeah.
It's yours. I thought I couldn't tell where it was coming from. Yeah.
Is that better? Yes, there we go.
Okay.
Okay, so yeah, I just want people to start seeing what is, so we can actually start to grow instead of what the label is already placed on it. Because once the label placed on it, it's just like language. The
A
feeling
lot.
that arose before language, that's the purest form. Because language only watered the feeling down. Because even the words we speak doesn't carry the same vibration as the feelings that we're carrying it from.
That's
By
what
the
I'm
time
saying.
it translates into words, it's already watered down.
That's what I'm saying. People understand. Because you
Mhm.
already are the truth. Well, you
You
already have
understand me?
mine is money, so everything is mine.
I may not understand what he's saying, but he understand what he's saying.
Like everything we think about is in our mind. Like we think about everything, which is our mind. So everything is
Yeah.
mine, which is money.
Mm.
Everything is mine.
Listen, money is not negative, and
No, I'm
money is
not saying
not positive.
if the mind negative, then the money negative.
Whatever the mind carries, yeah, the
If the
energy.
mind is in debt, the money is in debt, right?
I hear you. 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 See, he speaks in code. I don't speak in code.
Yeah,
I'm not
that's
speaking in
what
colors. I think. See, that's what I mean by understand how to spell. I'm talking regular English to me.
he is. I understand Yahweh, but a lot of people get frustrated, so that's why I be
No, no,
trying.
no. I understand. I'm learning. I'm learning his ways now by listening to him more.
You know what I mean? When I don't mean this, I'm not trying to shut him down, but I know he knows how to get
No.
under people's skin sometimes.
I'm not trying to though. I'm not.
I know you're not trying to, but they take it that way, and then it turns into something else.
But that's why I say you're under spells, right? Like it's like you
Listen.
me telling you. It's like I'm telling you how to feel, right? Like
Yeah.
until you wake up to it, that you're under spell, right? Like it's like I tell you how to feel, but I
No,
don't want.
the best thing we need to do is understand each other instead of trying to make people to fit our expectations.
Yeah, I'm
One
not.
thing,
I don't.
one thing we don't understand is that expectations always, maybe 98% of the time, leads to disappointment.
But I think we all know we was on our own separate journey, and we popped up on StreamYard. I
There
think
we
we know
go.
we've been in different places to speak the way we speak today.
There we go. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's crazy.
The journey is different, but the outcome is the same we're looking for.
That's what I be talking about the council, right? If I don't
Yes.
fit in with the council, they'll want to put me out or walk the plank. They'll want me to walk the plank. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. I was listening to you guys speak, and I hear a lot of you guys words. It sounds like A lot of it's coming from what I say when people filter through conclusion. You understand me? Conclusion mean you already know.
Yeah, I
And
just don't know.
when you speak from a place like I know, that is not a pure space.
Mm-hmm.
You understand me? Because you're speaking from conclusion, you have to always be open. Because what if someone come and tell you what you said, then they can prove what you said was wrong? You have to be open.
But
You
they
have to
whatever they
always be
told me,
open.
yeah, I am open because what they telling themselves is probably right to them. I'm not finna
No,
debate
it
them.
could be no, it could be right to you too. Because you have to, that's why I said you have to be open.
That's
That's
why
how
I'm
we
saying
learn.
I can't hear him lying to me, right? He might say it just different than what I say,
Yeah, true.
but I still see the same thing.
But that's why, like, okay, you see what we are? We are different flashlights and we shining in different spaces. So I could be shining in spaces that your light's not shining in. So I give you a light, I give you some light of where my light is shining, and you give me some light of where your light is shining. And that's how we exchange energy. You understand me? What Nikki was saying earlier on when she's giving energy but not getting it back. Yeah, this is how we exchange energy. You show me where I'm not seeing, and I show you where you're not seeing. And we learn, we bounce ideas off each other, and we learn as we go on the journey, and we enjoy.
Yeah, I feel it's all me though. Whatever you give me and I translate it, it's me that's translating it. Period.
Of course, it's you that's translating it.
Yeah, yeah. So it's already
I'm not
in me.
taking that from you. I'm not taking that from you.
I don't feel you taking it away. I feel it's
I'm just
already
saying,
in me.
yeah,
You just want to fail.
we all one source. You have to remember,
Mm-hmm.
experiencing this world through different lens.
Yeah, the only one.
You understand? A lot of people, I hear a lot of people say, "Oh, you're studying spirituality." No, you don't study spirituality. You remember it because you are a spiritual being. You experience in the physical world, but you're already a spiritual being. So you're not studying it. You're not studying what you are. You're remembering what you are.
It's already in me.
It's already in you.
Yeah, and I'm taking what you saying like a bell ringing or something. And yeah, then I say I remember, or I take it off my shelf because it's already
There
in
you
me.
go. There you
Yeah,
go. It's already in you.
I
because
want
I'm
to
the only
welcome
one thinking,
somebody.
right? Like,
I want to welcome OG Supreme to the panel.
I'm in here.
Welcome, welcome.
Y'all can hear me.
Yes.
Yes.
yeah.
What y'all got going on? Y'all want to know what just happened? Sis, you watched the
Sure.
video?
Yeah, I watched it.
Okay, that's locked up, and I was picking at them, telling them like I was popping moon portals, and I sent them a video, and I said, since the feds is watching, ha ha ha. Not even 5 minutes later, some kind of little it ain't no drone because I blew my camera up as far as you could go, and it wasn't nothing but blinking lights. I wish y'all could see the video. If y'all got my Instagram or my Facebook, well, if y'all know me, God Supreme, just hop over there and you'll see it. I video recorded it for like 3 minutes. It flew around. It stopped over me. It came straight down. It moved side to side. It was wilding. It was wilding out here. It was wilding, y'all. So whatever I'm doing out here, I'm telling y'all, go outside. I done came a yeah, I see my peoples up here. I miss y'all too. We done came a long way from where we started at, but I'm telling y'all, go outside and just do y'all know all that shit we used to do when we was little kids, when we was sharing. We'd go outside and play witches and Harry Potter and all that shit they do now, cartoons, spaceships. Go outside. I challenge y'all to do this too. 7 day challenge or some shit. Go outside and reenact that. But like actually do whatever you used to do as little kids, as children. Go outside and do that and see what happens. I'm telling y'all it's powerful out here. It's crazy. I had to get up there and tell y'all. It took me like
It's
30
fun. It's
minutes.
funny how you said that. You know, it's funny how you said that because I've always said we are just grown kids. You understand me? And I don't mean we're adults in the
Nah,
way how
nah,
people look at it.
we
When I
grown
say
kids.
grown kids, I mean that we are the same kid that we are the same child that we were when we were that young child. We just forget that child and put him in the background. But once
You
we start
know.
learning to see that child and connect back with that child again, oh, it's a beautiful feeling. And that's exactly what you're expressing right now.
Yeah, I'm out here having fun. What y'all talking about? Like the system, y'all better get outside, pop them portals. I'm telling y'all, have some fun with it, cause it's about to crash. I'm telling y'all. Hey, sis,
I never lose that child. Yeah, there's a time where I had to go back and apologize to that child for the things that they have been through.
now you
Because
gonna have to.
that child went through a lot for me to be who I am today.
Exactly.
I'm trying to
So,
Well,
see if I can
bro.
get back to the
welcome,
damn
push it
So,
screen.
back to
bro.
the
So, bro. As you were saying before,
Yeah, I'm listening to you, Michael.
his
and I
name
was
Push.
saying, you were saying before. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I'm listening. I'm listening.
I was asking you, as you were saying before.
What was I saying before?
Yeah. As you were saying before we got disconnected and everything, we came back.
You know when you were telling everybody they gotta let things be what it is. Go ahead. Go.
Okay. Yeah. No, I was basically just saying we need to stop looking at the action that we put onto the thing and just look at the thing itself. You
And
know,
I,
because
okay,
the action is what you're saying is that when you know you can apply better. And I said yes, that's true. I'm not knocking you for that, but doesn't take away from the person who doesn't know because they're
no,
doing it still. They're just not getting what they want because they're not doing it in the way to get what they want. They're getting something else.
and and as I was saying to you, a lot of times it doesn't even happen like that. A lot of times they actually do get what they want, even though they don't
I'm
know.
not saying no. True, that's very true as
So-
well.
And
That is
I
very
was,
true as well.
I was also saying that it's nothing wrong with them manifesting and not knowing. But when you actually, and what I'm saying is that for the people that do know, and when I say know, I mean about know where they're headed and know what they want and know the path. The only reason why some of us is stuck in belief, as I was saying to before, is because we don't know the path, but yet because our belief and our spirituality is so strong that we still manifest, which in, as I said, that's cool. But when you actually know where you're headed and you actually know what you want, then you transcend, so you can transcend into a higher realm.
I'm not knocking that, Michael. I was not knocking that, but I'm
You're
just
right.
saying once that part is it's you. That's the action that you put onto the thing.
Right. But when you don't know, you're going to be stuck in this realm. That's all I'm saying. So it's a matter of what you
But
want.
okay,
It's a
okay. You see, that's why I said earlier I cannot
yeah,
speak on things that I don't know. I cannot
right.
tell you you're gonna be stuck, and I can't tell you you're not gonna be stuck.
Oh, I
I
can
can
tell
only
you though.
speak of what I know. You
But I
understand me?
but
Because
I
I
know
don't
but I
speak of
know, yeah.
certainty. I don't speak of certainty.
But
You understand
that's
me?
really you,
I know there's many theories of what you speak of, but
but
I
that's
don't
how the
speak of
unit
certainty.
but the universe only deals with certainty,
Ah, certainty of what you know.
reality,
You understand me? Certainty of what you know.
reality. But it's
Because
also certain.
as you said earlier, knowing is more powerful than believing. Do you
Absolutely.
understand me? So what you're saying to me right now, there's no way of you proving it. So therefore, it's not knowing. It is a belief that you put to your knowing, and you
No,
already apply certainty to it,
and that's
because
where
there's
you're
no way
wrong.
you cannot prove. Okay, give me a
And
way
that's
you
where
can
you
prove it.
that yes, because once you know, listen, this is why when I was going to school, I studied physics, I studied astrology, I studied astronomy, I studied the law, I studied geometry and all of those things. And like when you know these things, and also like it's things about science when it comes towards like mathematics and everything. If you don't understand these things, and then you won't. That's what I was saying to you. Like everything when you science is universe, and the universe is science, and religion is based off of science, and the universe is just reversed in another form, the way how they put it. I'm saying, but
But you
everything
remember earlier you said you're working with something more powerful than you are.
absolutely,
You
which is the
understand me?
which is the universe.
Okay. So if you're working with something more powerful than you are, how can you apply certainty?
Well, here's what I say. All right, let me even rephrase that. We all, to be honest with you, we all have the same amount of power. That's what you have to understand. But it's not all of us that know how to tap into our power. So when I say that
But the thing
something
what
that,
I was basically giving to you, the underline, my friend, the underline
hmm
is life. Life is the teacher. Do you
hmm
understand me? Everything filters through life. So wherever
absolutely.
there's a path that is set for you, you are just traveling that path. Do you understand me? Whatever is on that path for you, you will get, you will obtain. You
But
understand me?
you
The
control.
what? Listen, no, hold on for a second. I'm not.
All right,
Hold on for a second. Hold on
all
for a
right.
second. Hold on for a second. I'm not saying you can't manifest. That is not what I'm saying. I'm saying a lot of people can be trying to manifest and it won't work because it's not for them. And a lot of people would manifest and it will come just like that because it's for them.
I don't
You
agree.
understand me?
I don't
I hear
agree.
you.
And I'll
I
tell you
hear
why.
you. And
Hold
I'm
on.
not saying something for you to agree to or
No,
disagree
but
to.
hold on. But I'm gonna tell you why I don't just disagree because of I think I'm gonna tell you because of what how I tell you how the universe works. The universe don't have to do with being good or bad or anything or what or who the universe don't care who deserves this or who what's for this and who's for that. There's no such thing as that when it comes to the universe. This is the reason why you see so many evil people and so much wicked people that's in control and in rule over the earth now. And a lot of us that we're stuck in that are good people and we can't manifest because the evil people that's in control and you got so many wicked people that got money right now. I'm not even talking about the
You
people
see,
that
you're
hold on, wait a minute, bro. Hold on,
again, my
listen to what
friend.
I'm
What?
saying. Hold on, listen to what I'm saying. I'm not just talking about the people that control and govern the world. You got people that think like, yo, torturing is good or raping is good or pedophilia is okay and they do all these type of things but yet they're still successful people. That's because the universe do not work with who's good or what's bad. The universe work with what you feel. If you're doing something and you're okay with and you feel like killing is good and you feel like there's nothing wrong with being a homosexual or there's nothing wrong with being a rapist or a pedophile, whatever the case is, then that's how you connect and manifest with the universe because you in yourself is at one with who you are. You see, until we be at one with who we are and accept ourselves for who we are instead of looking at the world and how the world perceive us, and then that's the reason why a lot of us cannot manifest because we do things that we hide in the dark that we're ashamed of. And guilt is one of the main things that keep us and stop us from even manifesting or transcending spiritually. But the reason why a lot of
But
these other
Michael, that's what I'm saying to you as well. What you're saying to me, I'm just not putting the judgment that you're putting to it. I'm saying the same
I
thing
don't
with
put
you.
judgment. I only
It
put
may not
laws
sound
to
like
it.
that to you. It
It's
may not
it's
sound
not
like that to you, but
no,
that's
but
what it is.
it's bro. When you know how the laws work, you can't judge how the laws work. The laws work off of itself. You get what I'm saying? And that's how the
Okay,
universe works.
okay,
I can't judge
okay.
when I know how the laws of the universe work. I'm only speaking off the laws. I'm not speaking off of my own perception, so I cannot be judging. I'm only telling you how the laws work. If I was judging, I would be telling you what I think. I'm not telling you what I think, homie. I'm telling you what I know. So I can't be judging anything. I'm not judging. I'm telling you facts. If you
Okay.
don't know, what I'm saying to you is that, remember, you said to me you don't deal with certainty. So obviously a lot of the things that you speak of you're not sure about. So what you should do, homie, is just take my foolish advice, and then even if I'm wrong or if I'm right, go see if what I say makes sense or not, and then you come back and you talk to me, and then you tell me if what I said, it didn't make any, is it foolish or not, when you go do your own research. But never
Michael,
shoot,
Michael, you're
never.
not seeing me. You're not seeing me though. You're not seeing me. You're filtering me through your lens. You're not seeing me. And because you're not seeing me, you're still judging, but you're not seeing it.
I think it's the opposite of way around, bro, because I'm telling you about the laws and you saying I'm filtering. I can't filter the
I'm not
laws,
saying nothing you're saying about the laws is wrong. I
but
am
I
not
can't
saying
filter,
that
but I
because
can't
you
filter the
already
laws.
get back. You already explaining what I'm saying about foundation. Where before the action puts to it, it is what it
Mm-hmm,
is. That is the
mm-hmm,
law. It is what it
mm-hmm,
is.
mm-hmm.
You understand me? But when you say evil or good, that is judgment. Now you're putting onto it.
No, because the judge, because evil and good is in the eye of the beholder, and you have to know that there's no such thing as good or evil. It's all in what how you perceive life is what I'm trying to say to you. So if you're good and you feel like doing wrong things that other people feel that's wrong is okay, if you feel that is good or not, then you're gonna manifest your good that you desire because you're comfortable with who you are and what you are. So I'm not putting judgment on anything. I'm just telling you that the law of the universe manifests with who is at peace within themselves. And until you're at peace within yourself, then you won't be able to manifest because that's what stops us when we're not at peace. We cannot
You
gain from
you
the
remember
universe
you
because
said?
we,
Do you remember you said we wonder why evil people get away with stuff and good people don't?
well, that's the
That's
perception
what I
based off,
meant when
right?
I
But
said judgment.
right, but that's I have to use that based off of how
You don't
universal
though,
people
but you
speak.
don't. You
But you
don't.
have to
If you're
remember we're
telling me
dealing
about
with
the
a
universe, if you're telling me about the universe, give me the underline, and I will
bro.
understand with you.
You
Don't
have to
give.
remember, bro. You have to remember, we're also talking to a vast majority of people. So I cannot always speak spiritually because I'm going to lose people. So sometimes I got to go back into the um
But
the
you see,
world.
that's that. But that's exactly what I'm talking about. We allow things to become normalized. You
No,
understand
but
me?
in order to bring the world, you have to also relate with
So
the
I have
world.
to
You can't.
create judgments to get someone to understand what
That's
I'm
not a
saying. I have to
that's not a
create
judge.
judgment.
That's not a judgment. That's using
The
a
label
term
is the
that.
judgment, though. The label itself, my friend, is the judgment. The
No,
label that you're
it's not
putting
a,
to it. You're not
it's not a
once.
judgment, bro. It's not a judgment unless you're judging. And I wasn't judging. I was just saying based off of the perception of what we know as good or bad or evil, whatever you want to call it. I was just using it based off the worldly views. That's what I said to you. Remember the time when I said, all right, I don't believe in the Bible, and I used the reference to the Bible to relate back to spirituality because I have to touch ground with the worldly people and let
And
them
I
see
said to
what
you,
I'm talking
Michael,
about
and I
spiritually.
said to you, I'm with you with what you're saying. I just
But you're
never
not
use the
though. You're
judgment
not
with
with
it.
me because you're saying that I'm judging, and I'm trying to tell
See,
you that I
you're
gotta tap
judging
in
again,
with it.
saying I'm not with you, and I'm here telling you I'm with you.
But bro, if you was with me, is what I'm trying to say to you. You will understand that it's nothing wrong with me communicating with the
No, that
worldly
is
people
you.
and
That is
trying to
you.
bring them
That's your
in.
expectations, though. That's your expectations
What
of
is
me.
no? I don't expect anything from no one. What do you mean by expectations? I'm not expecting anything.
Hey, Nick, you remember when I told you it's difficult to speak to humans because they'll never be able to see until they open their eyes fully. This is what I mean. Because I'm
But
explaining to him what he's saying is true, and what he's saying is what I'm saying. I just never put the judgment to them. Like I didn't put any
and
labels or anything.
I
You
agreed
understand me?
upon that,
And
and I'm
he's saying
telling
to
you,
me, I am not listening to him. So it's going back and forth, and
Yeah,
we're
because
creating a
you
loop.
said that because I use the word evil or good, I am judging, which I
But that
am
those,
not.
but
And
that's
that's
what it
where
is, though.
and
It's not
because
what you're
you
doing.
feel
It's
and
just what it is.
because you're saying that I'm judging and I'm telling you that I'm not judging, now all of a sudden I don't know and I'm out to
I'm
overstand with.
not saying you don't know, my friend. I'm telling you, not because you yourself is not judging. The word itself is putting on judgment because you place a label to it now,
Bro,
good
all
or
right.
bad. You just said just now the universe do not respond to good or evil, but you still put that label there. As I'm saying, you could have came across with your point without placing the label, because that's what I did. I didn't. I removed the label.
All right,
You
so
understand me?
let me ask you something. What's negative and positive?
What do you mean? What's negative and positive? There's always negative and positive.
So what's good and bad? So
What is good and bad? That is
I
your
refuse.
perception. That's your
Let's say I
perception.
let's you see negative and positive, right?
That's your
So let
perception.
me ask you something.
They're
If
Go
I
ahead.
polarized.
could, if I was to kill a man, is that
Yes.
negative or positive?
I don't know. What's your perception of it?
No, hold on. Wait a minute. Is
Okay.
that
Do you
negative?
know you
All
can
right.
go and kill a man
All right.
and you
All
have a
right.
valid reason why you're going to kill a man?
Is it good or bad? If I
I
kill
don't
a man,
know. It is neither good nor bad.
right,
It's what you put to it now.
right.
If you kill
So now,
somebody for me or somebody that's going to affect me, I'm going to take it as bad. But if it's
uh-huh,
something that I know I can justify, I'm going to look at it as good.
right,
But the thing is what it is.
right.
But
So,
that's what I'm saying. The thing is always going to be what it is. Your perception now, that's where the judgment comes in. Your perception, that's where the judgment comes in. But the thing is just what it is.
like I said,
It
I
doesn't matter
wasn't
how
good.
you want to look at what a person
No,
does. What a
listen
person
to
does
me.
from your
Bro,
perspective, you can look at
I
a
hear
person as
what
an
you're
evil
saying.
person. Yes.
I hear what you're saying. But you trying to throw down my throat that I'm judging people. And I keep telling you,
I'm not
regardless of what
throwing
you're
down
trying
your
to
throat.
say,
I'm telling you that the way the words,
bro,
not what you are doing, the words.
It doesn't matter what words I use. I told you why I use those words, and you're trying to throw it down my throat that that's what I'm doing when I keep telling you that's what I'm not, and you want me to accept you want to accept your judgment.
I'm not
Now your
asking you to
judgment
accept
I should
nothing, my
accept.
friend.
I'm not accepting your judgment, regardless of what
I'm
you want
not
to say. I'm
asking
not
you to
accepting your
accept
judgment.
nothing, my friend.
And but because I'm not, you don't have to. And I'm telling you that I'm not, and because that's not what I'm doing. You're trying to tell me that I'm doing something that I'm not doing, and that bothers you because I won't accept it. Because if it didn't bother you, you would still be on this topic. You would have been like, all right, I see what you're saying. But no, you want to beat it down my throat that that's what I'm doing when I keep telling you that I'm not. And you try to find all these ways to go around and try to convince me that I'm doing
Look,
something that
nigga,
I'm
bro,
not
that's what
doing.
man have to fail. This stuff right here, bro.
You know, on this program, me and Nikki, we came out because we wanna and shed some light in some directions that lights have not been shed. You understand me? I mean, I
You
didn't
can't.
mean
Let me
for
tell you
you to be
something.
jumping out,
You,
my friend. I don't mean for
you,
you to be jumping out. I am not judging you. I place no judgment on you.
you're
I'm saying
placing judgment.
the words that we
You're
use, the
placing
words that we
judgment on
use,
me.
my friend. It's not you, my friend. It's not you doing the judgment. It's the words that you're using. The words.
You can't say
It's
that
not
if you
you.
can't say that the words is judgment if I'm not using the words to judge anything. You cannot say that, bro. I'm not using the words to judge nothing. So you cannot say that the words itself is judgment because I'm not using it to judge nothing. I'm using it
That's
in a
also what
reference
I mean by
to break
people
down
being
with people that only can vibrate on that level. How can I reason with people that doesn't know what I'm talking about? How can I make them understand if I don't connect with them to the way how they know? You didn't have no problem. You ain't say I was judging or I was being judgmental when I used no reference to the Bible. I remember I went back to the Bible to say something and I used that to mention what my reference was. Now, and I told you, I don't believe
I'm
in that.
not talking
Yeah,
about those things, my friend. Listen to the
yeah,
I
but
said
bro,
the
but that's a
words, the
concept though.
words.
I have to, bro, listen, I have to connect with the worldly people.
I get what you're
And that's
saying,
what I
and I
did.
understand what you're
I
saying.
used the
I'm not
Bible to
listen.
connect with them. You didn't have no problem with me using the Bible to connect with them, but because I used the word what evil or wicked, now all of a sudden I say if a
Because
man do
that's when the
something evil.
judgment comes in now.
But that's what you perceive. Well, I use it because it's what you think. It's not my judgment. It's what you judge it as. It's not my judgment, bro. I'm just putting it
Nikki,
out there because what
I
you
had this
look at, bro.
conversation with you before, you
Yes,
know.
but
You
bro, you
remember
gotta
that?
always,
People hear what they want
bro.
to hear.
I gotta put it out there based off of
I
what
get
you
what you're
perceive
saying,
as
my friend, and I'm
what
not
the
saying
next.
no. I'm not
Yes,
saying no.
I'm not
I'm not
talking
saying
about
what you
what
did
I.
is wrong, you
You
know.
see, you're not
I
even
am
listening
not
to me.
saying what
You're
you're
not.
doing is
How you
wrong. I'm
gonna
just
understand
pointing
what I'm
out
saying?
something to you.
But I'm
I
not
get you.
judging. I put it out there based off of what a next person perception of life is, bro. Get
So
that.
what do you think it is?
All right, guys. Come on
Based
now.
off of what the next person perception is. Hey, yo, you know what? I'm getting off of this because every time I start talking, he want to laugh, kick, like he want to drown me out. So guess what? You want the mic, you want to talk, and you don't want to hear nobody, and you don't want nobody to hear nobody. You want to be the only voice. Take it for yourself, Nikki. I had a good time being here, but I can't go back and forth with people that feel like they're the only one that have a view or a voice. Peace, man. Love and respect. I'm out.
Thank you for joining. Man, y'all.
Nikki, I had this conversation with you before, you know, and you did the same thing you just did until you understood what I was trying to say to you. Do you remember that conversation?
I know. But you know this is it's always gonna happen anyways. This all this is
I'm not telling them that aim is judging. I'm just saying once you put perception to things,
That's what I
whatever
mean by
perception you put to it.
people big to be controlled. People big to
It's the perception. That's the only thing. That's where the only thing that's where I said the judgment is, you know, just the perception. I'm not telling him himself is judging. No. Just saying the perception now. Once you create a perception, that's where the judgment comes in. And I said you could relay a message without creating a perception. Because once you
that's what
create a perception, you're telling someone how to look at it instead of giving the person that space to look at it for themselves with an open eye.
yeah, that's why I tell them they don't want thing.
Because the angel of death takes the past away in order to make it possible for life to continue.
But it's okay. We understand. It's a part of life.
The parasite wants us to carry the past
yeah,
with us.
y'all. I
It makes it so
mean,
heavy to be
it
alive.
is what it is. We just
When we
all
try to live in the past, how can we enjoy the present? When we
have
dream
our
of the
own
future,
way
why must we
that
carry
we
the
see
burden of the
things.
past?
Nikki, the world has created a language for us to use in the manner how they want us to use it. But doesn't mean that you have to follow their roles. Because
Yeah.
there's two streams of life. There's the internal stream and the external stream. The external stream is the one that the world creates for us, the systems and all of these things. The internal streams is how you choose to use these things. You understand me?
Hmm.
So choice is always there. Even though the roads is there already paved, choice is always there. You understand me? And once we take away choice, that's when we start to place blames because we're not 100% on our choices that we're making. So we find whenever our choices is wrong, we find blames to place. But when our choices are right, we accept it with grace.
Yeah, we talk about this all the time. Me and Felicia talk about it. I talk about it. I talk about it. I go into myself and I just look at everything. Like sometimes, you gotta take your accountability. You gotta realize what you've done in a situation. Period.
Always. Choice matters. Without choice, then it's like we're taking away accountability. It's like we never made a choice in the matter. If I have a problem, if I had an issue with someone, I am going to look at the issue not look at whose fault it is that created the issue. Because if I look at whose fault that created the issue, I'm ignoring the issue. And it's the issue that is causing the friction. So why not work on the issue instead of looking at what the friction is causing? You get what I'm saying when I say look at the underlying of things? People look at, oh, it's your fault. Oh, no, it's your fault. But the problem is still there. Let's fix the problem instead of looking to place blames. Let's fix the problem. If after the problem is fixed and you want to place blames, go ahead. But the problem is resolved, which is the most important part. But if we're looking at blames, then we ignore the problem, and the problem stays there. And all that we see is blame. This is why I said labeling is not good, because then we're looking at good and bad, right and wrong, instead of seeing the problem. I'm not saying that there's no good and bad or there's no right and wrong. But if we still filtering just through those, then we ignore what the issue really is. Do you understand me? I feel like everyone's sleeping now. It's just me.
I'm not asleep. I'm right here. I said, mm-hmm. My mic was off.
People need to start seeing what is instead of the perception. Just seeing what is. Because what is, that's what causing frictions. That's how you know things. That's how you learn. That's how you grow. Not from perceptions. Perceptions comes from conditioning. You understand me?
Yeah. That's what I knew that's where you was going with it. It's our conditioning that puts all these thoughts in our minds. Because we've been, I was gonna say it earlier. We've been indoctrinated, so we always gonna be bummed.
Yeah, mind control. Council think the same. The council all agree that makes you walk the plank.
Oh my goodness.
Man, this stuff going on all the time. I'm taking the hood
For the whole time I'm trying to like, yeah, I hate labels, don't like labels. But Wayne, yeah, you have a lot of labels, man.
No, man, the hood is the council. Is that not true though?
I'm not saying you're wrong, man. Whatever label you draw, that's your label, man. Oh man.
I see the same thing the government do, the hood do.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm the servant, right? I'm the servant. So I can see what my masters when I'm not pleasing them, right? When I'm not pleasing them, they'll make me walk the plank.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, listen. You see, we are all pure love. Do you understand me? We are all pure love. Until we understand that we are all pure love, we're going to continue to look at others with judgment. And judgment, I can't help you if I'm judging you. Do you understand me? I have to be able to allow you to be yourself if I'm going to help you. So this is why a lot of, I don't know. You see, it happens in relationships. A lot of people don't feel comfortable being themselves. So they're not open. So one partner is saying, "Oh, you're not open with me," and the other partner is saying, "No, you're not open with me." When sometimes openness can lead to judgment. So people now afraid to be judged, so they're afraid to be open. You got what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We need to start seeing what is. Always gonna go back to seeing what is, so you can actually see people.
Because it is what
Open
it
your
is.
eyes to people. It is what is.
That's one of my sayings. It is what it is. We can't change it, and nothing we can do to change what it really is.
Yeah, yeah. If I come on a panel retarded, let me be what I is. Like,
Yahweh, I know, I
Let
know.
you be who you are.
I do be letting him be who he is. It'd be funny to me. But people be getting so frustrated and mad. I'll be like, no, Yahweh, not now, not yet. Don't do it.
yeah, like I'm a
Nah, you
pit
have to
bull. You
allow
like,
people
hold
to
up,
be who they
yeah, like
are.
you like, don't get them now. Like whatever, y'all.
Oh man, Nikki, this is a good idea. I like this.
I like that we let people come up and people all came and said what they had to say. I don't want nobody to have any hard feelings because it's bound to happen until
Yeah.
you can see where we're going with this awareness.
Remember, Nikki, I said it earlier. It depends on where the level of awareness you are. You understand me? Because
But think about it.
awareness leads to vibrations. The
But then
more
we have
aware some
not.
people think that a lot of people think waking up in the morning and saying positive quotes and throughout the day say positive quotes, that's how you obtain what you want, but that's not it. You have to be aware. You understand me? So whatever you're doing, it goes with truth, feeling, genuine.
You acting somebody you're not. You're not English.
So, what I was going to say, it doesn't mean that you're not on a high vibration just because you don't get this part. That doesn't mean,
You understand me?
it don't mean that you don't have any idea what you're talking about. You do, but this part right here is a very intricate part of your growth, being
No, it
aware,
ain't. It, the
awareness,
word is not in English.
understanding that,
Yeah.
understanding, whatever you want to call it. Because I don't stand under nothing either. Anyway,
I use the English language the way how they created. I don't care what people want to say. Whatever is coming from me is coming from a positive place. I know where it's coming from. It's not
I
coming
got it.
from where people carry
But what I'm
from.
saying is the words people might need to hear is not in English. It's probably not a word for it in English.
I'm not gonna play with you today.
No, I think I'm making sense though. Like I think we got an original tongue. We born with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think that it ain't no lies in our original tongue. Like it ain't no such thing as a
No,
lie.
no, no, not at all, my friend. Not at all. It's pure. And the fun thing about it, when another person express pureness, you can feel it. You understand me? You can
Mm,
feel the pureness in it. If it's pure lie, you can feel it's pure lie. If it's pure genuine truth, you're gonna feel it's pure genuine truth. You can feel certain things. You understand me? So it's not just the words. It's not just the words. Don't focus on just the words. There's a lot behind the words.
yeah, I'm saying it. You're the only one thinking all your life.
That's facts. That's facts. That's facts. You're the only one thinking all your life. Not you're the only one thinking in the world, but you're the one thinking for you.
Period. The whole time.
So people don't get it misunderstood.
I'm acting English.
Nikki, I like this guy. You don't always understand him, but that's not the point.
That's not the point. That's what
That's
I'm
not the
saying.
point. That's what I said. That's what I said. That's what I said. It's not all truth. It's gonna come with your clarity. You understand me? Only your truth come with your clarity.
Yeah, they didn't tell themselves what I told myself.
You're right, my friend. That's why the best way to learn is to first learn yourself. Until a lot of people stop and study who they are and understand where they're coming from, they're not going to be able to do that with others. And that's why Nikki said, if you don't know how to love yourself, you're not going to be able to love another.
That's why I do it through theater. Because people program.
Life is a theater, my friend. Life is a theater. You're playing your part.
Yeah.
You're playing your role every day. You have a different role. You're not playing the same role every day. Every day you have a different role. Even if you have the same schedule where you go to work every day, you're doing a different thing at work every day. You're not doing it the same way. You may be doing the same job, but with different actions. You're playing a role every day.
Yeah. But I wanted to just tell the people, right, that you understand how to spell. They like, yeah. And I say, well, you underspell. And they would get mad. And like that. So I'm thinking like I could just tell you. But they would get upset with me. So I started doing it through the spirit in me would say they program, so you have to program them to deprogram them. And they like to be entertained, and they program through theater. So I started doing it through theater.
Sometimes, it's not what you learn, it's how you learn. You understand me? Because a person can come out of school with all type of degree, but someone on the street knows better more than they do, because the person know how to learn.
Yeah, I think a lot of people don't know how to read, and it's
not just reading. Learning is not about reading. Learning is knowing the basics, what people call common sense.
If you want to buy you a pair of pants, you don't go buy a car engine, right? Like you need a pair of pants, you go buy an engine.
Just like go sell your car to buy gas.
So, yeah. So I'm like, hey, listen, man, these folks telling you what they offering you, but maybe they don't know how to read. They just talking like what goes with what, hey, and you pretty much getting what you asking for. You gotta just like when you go buy a pair of pants. Yeah.
You get what you ask for. That's true.
Yeah, the government is a servant. Like your internet service.
Who do you consider as the government?
The government of the mental.
Artificial intelligence.
The governing of the mental.
Governing of the mental, yeah. Artificial intelligence. Policies inside a file cabinet or a computer now.
They governing the mental.
Ain't no life in that file cabinet.
Anyway, we've been on here for 2 hours and 45 minutes.
I know we've been on here for a hot minute. But it's okay.
I'm gonna have to split this one up. It's long. I'm gonna leave it like this though, and I'm gonna end up putting it on the other channel.
Well, thanks for going live, Nikki. I ain't seen you in a while.
You missed me. I've been seeing you go live. I just ain't been coming in there. I just be looking on YouTube and I was like, oh, Yahweh live. I ain't winning nobody's live. I'll be catching them slipping, saying some crazy shit though.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Nikki, I told you every day. It is difficult for me to communicate with a lot of humans because I'm gonna be misunderstood a lot. Because I speak from foundation. I don't speak after things are added. You know, so a lot of people speak from when things are already added.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you're a being that is difficult for people to actually. It takes a lot for somebody to even be able to see what you're saying, like, because it's very few beings that will be able to relate to what you're saying. And so what the purpose of what we're doing is to get people to start to resonate with what we're saying because it's the absolute truth.
I'm not trying to get people to resonate with what I'm trying to say. If
But
who
what do you
resonate with what I'm trying to say, those are the ones who want to hear.
yeah.
My mission is not to teach anyone anything or to impose my ways onto anyone.
I feel
You understand me? It's whatever I say, if it resonates with you, then you understand where I'm coming from. And if it doesn't, then that's okay as well too.
That's right. I'm not a teacher
Yeah,
either. Whoever can
yeah,
hear it.
It's not about what whatever. I'll just be trying to say whatever I'm saying to try to, get some understanding. But I guess it just really don't matter. Like you said, if they're gonna resonate, they're gonna resonate. But it's gonna be a lot of people like that. There's gonna be a lot of resistance.
but that's okay though. But that's what communication is for. You can't expect everyone to say yes to everything that you're saying. If you expect everyone to say yes to everything that you're saying, then you're putting your expectations onto others now.
That's why I say the language is valid. Because truth is in everyone. I feel it is.
Yeah, man. I don't feel everyone should believe everything I have to say and just take it and run with it.
They gotta test it out for themselves. They gotta look at it from.
Yeah, that's why I can't say what I'm saying is absolute truth. It is my truth. It may not be your truth.
Mm-hmm.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's only one truth, which is the individual.
There's only one truth, like he said.
Yeah.
But my truth may not be your truth.
That's what I'm saying.
I feel my truth. I feel my truth is absolute. That's why it's my truth. But you may not feel the same way. You get what I'm saying? That's why I said it's who is resonate with. Those are the ones who understand. But if it doesn't resonate, then I can't. It's nothing wrong with that either. It doesn't mean. It just means that my truth does not resonate with you because you have a different point of view, or maybe you're not seeing clearly of what I'm trying to say. There's many reasons. So I can't place judgment anywhere. I just have to put it out, and whoever it resonates with.
Yes, I feel the same way. Well, I agree.
Okay, I'm ready to end this stream.
All right, Nick. It was a beautiful life tonight, and I enjoy talking to my new friend Wayne.
All right, brother. What's your name again?
Travis.
Travis. I appreciate you, Travis. Thank you, Nikki C.
You're welcome. And y'all know how we do it in these parts. This is Nikki C. We're in the place to be. And y'all know what I want y'all to do. I want you to love yourself, know yourself, be true to yourself, stay fly. And we will be coming back doing some more of these streams. Peace.